could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder?
Hello, if you are new here, my name is Lauren, and if you're not, then welcome back. I am a third-year medical student, and I am on my surgery rotation right now. I did not want to start this vlog in the car, but that is what is happening. Let's acknowledge the hair nest elephant in the room. I did a braid out. It turned out not great, so we're just gonna ignore that. My hair is gonna be under a cap all day anyway. Surgery. I'm a surgeon. I am a surgeon. I've been a surgeon for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be a surgeon for another 4 weeks. This is the beginning of my 3rd week, if you can't tell by what I just said. I am not at Temple. I am actually at an away site. If the site is over 40 minutes away from Temple, then they will give you housing, and they gave me a hotel room to stay in, but it is close enough to my parents' home to where I can stay there. So that's where Vaco and I have been living for the past 2 weeks. We will move back home on Friday, which I'm so excited about. I miss my apartment so much. How are you all doing? I hope well. Anyways, playing around with your truck. Happy Monday. I was at the hotel from Saturday to Sunday, and I got in pretty late last night because I was like there studying. I originally went there because it was A&I's 1-year anniversary, which was so great, and we just had like a very casual, like 24 hours plus together because we didn't know my surgery schedule in advance, so we didn't know if I was even gonna be on call or working or available. So we didn't do anything crazy. We saw Barbie and we got some dinner, and he brought Azula, the new baby kitten. So I know baby kitten is like redundant, but she's a baby and she's a kitten, okay? She's both. Her and Vaco have not met yet, so that's why Vaco was not there, but they will meet soon. I was gonna start the vlog last night because I wanted to practice suturing before going in today because having a hard time, I guess, learning suturing, which is normal. I've never done it before. So I watched some videos yesterday, but then I didn't actually get a chance to use my suture kit after watching the videos. I think the videos still helped. We're gonna see how it goes. It's like kind of a high pressure situation when you're trying to like suture up a patient. If you have been a patient in my OR, OR, and you're watching this, I might have sutured you up. I might have done it. The suture might have been from me. I have sutured before patients, but I'm just not consistent with how great I can do them. And if it's not working, then the physician assistant in the room will just like fix it. So don't worry. It ends up being fine, but I might have sutured you up, just FYI. My neurology vlog, the first neurology vlog, went live a couple days ago, and I just wanted to say that everyone in the comment section has been so nice. I think that is my favorite comment section of any video. Like, the comments have just been just incredible, honestly. So thank you so much for the love on that vlog and just like your kind comments. It just makes me feel so great, because this is not easy. Like, this-ish is not easy, and your guys' support and just like, I don't know, your comments are like nice or they're funny, so it's just great. The hospital that I'm at now does not have any residents, but it does have physician assistants who, from what I can tell, basically take on the role of a resident in the sense of like, they assist the physician and then they do things and then they check in with the attending before they finalize anything. In every surgery, there's the surgeon and the physician assistant. The surgeon that I've been with pretty much for the most part the past week is a colorectal surgeon. He's like my home-based surgeon, and he's the one that I will be with for most of the week this week. There's another student at the rotation site as well. She is a physician assistant student, so we flip-flop with who is with the colorectal surgeon, and then if one of us is not with that surgeon, then we'll go somewhere else if there's other surgeries going on of surgeons that mentor students, I guess. I believe today the colorectal surgeon has, I think, maybe like 2 or 3 surgeries going on, and then a general surgeon is also operating. I think he's only doing 1 robotic surgery. I think it's probably a hernia repair because that surgeon always does, like, all his surgeries are like, they're almost all hernia repairs. Those are the two options that we have today. I'm gonna be bringing you along with me for today and tomorrow. And I do have a personal goal for myself to see an orthopedic surgery. And the surgeon that I wanna go watch that under, or if he lets me scrub in, then I will like assist in the surgery, is only operating today and tomorrow. I've like met him in the hallway and he's been super nice and like, yeah, come in anytime. So I want to like go into his OR specifically instead of like some other random orthopedic surgeon. But it can be kind of intimidating just walking into an OR when there's like all these people in the room and everybody looks at you like, who are you? And then you have to be like, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a medical student. I was just wondering if I could observe your surgery or maybe scrub it. Like, it's just like, please. Like, it's just kind of... Anyways, this clip is so long. I know you guys don't mind me talking, which, thanks. But let's go and be surgeons today.
If we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it? The things I didn't know, I had to get out down the road, inside of the same old, caught in the circles, round they go. It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed. Might need a breather, got lost in the B-roll. Let all the wind blow to learn how the world goes. We didn't know how to move on. If we could.
Okay, I'm going to the OR. I am gonna do 2 ortho surgeries first, hip and knee.
Run it back, if we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder?
I just got out of the ortho surgery. I'm in the locker room. Here's the fit. I have a scrub jacket on. And I'm gonna go eat some lunch.
All of the things I didn't know, I had to get out down the road, inside of the same old.
I'm in my little lunch spot. This is lunch. Enchiladas. Looks actually good. I cannot believe I'm doing this in public. LOL. Because I'm never quiet here. I saw a hip replacement and a knee replacement. And I don't know what I'm gonna see next. Let's check. I don't know if I have one more today. If I do, it might be a paraesophageal hernia repair. If not, then I might be going home. I'm not sure. I kind of have to like see the vibes. But we will see. I'm gonna eat this lunch and relax a little bit. I'm absolutely starving.
Caught in the circles, round they go.
Done for the day.
It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed. Might need a breather, got lost in the B-roll. We let her.
Hello, I just got out. Let me just turn the AC on a little bit, even though it's so hot outside. It's 89 degrees today. I just came out of the hospital. Oh my God, my sunglasses are so hot. It's so funny, they literally are so hot I can barely touch them, but I still put them behind my ears. I don't know, you don't feel them when they're back there. Let's go, let's zoom out of here before I'm pulled back in there and pulled into another OR. So I only ended up seeing 2 surgeries today, and that's because I lived out my ortho wildest dreams and decided to go with the ortho surgeon. I actually kind of report to the head PA. PA is physician's assistant. I don't know, she's the one who kind of just like says things and all of that, and then the surgeon kind of like comes in and operates. He doesn't have as much interaction with the students. Some days it's more than others, but if I'm like following someone around, it's usually the PA. She was fine with me going and having like a little ortho day, and I went and I saw a knee replacement, and then I saw a hip replacement. I was gonna go into this emergent hernia repair. I was kind of being pulled into there. We ended up going to see a patient in the ER instead. I really liked the ortho surgeon. He was so nice and explained so much stuff. He kind of treated me like I've never taken an anatomy class, which I kind of enjoyed, because sometimes it can be really exhausting when you're in a surgery and you kind of just want to, you know, you've never seen the surgery before, or you're not a surgeon yourself, so even if you've seen it like 2 times, you're still trying to like understand why each step is done. And if the surgeon or the PA or whoever is pimping you while that's happening, sometimes it can just kind of like take away from the experience, because you're, instead of like being in the moment watching the surgery trying to understand it, you're trying to like think of knowledge in your head to like answer the questions correctly. It was nice that the orthopedic surgeon didn't do any of that. He really just wanted to like show me everything that he was seeing and help me understand why he was doing each step, and that was so great. So this is my 3rd week. By the 3rd week, honestly, probably by like the 3rd day of psychiatry and neurology, which are the only 2 rotations that I've done so far, I did know that I definitely did not see myself becoming a psychiatrist or neurologist. Now, it is the 3rd week, and I have not yet ruled out or ruled in surgery. I'm not sure. Honestly, I do really like it. I do think I could see myself doing it, which is so crazy. I think my video right before this, I'm half tearing up in the car talking about how I'll never like a specialty ever, but I still feel like it hasn't been a moment for me where I've hit the brick wall of joy. I think really for me, my test will be when I'm done my surgery rotation and on my other rotations, if I miss surgery and if I'm like, this is cool but it's not surgery, then I think I'll know more like, okay, I think surgery might be what I want to go into. So I'm still not sure. Because I have that thought, I'm trying to see as many surgical specialties as possible, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to see ortho. I will say I don't see myself being an orthopedic surgeon. I think the surgeries were cool. There was a lot of blood, which I know that freaks some people out. For me, it's not that I like when my patients are bleeding, but I don't know, when there's blood and all that stuff, it just is like kind of exciting. I don't know how to really word that to where it doesn't sound like I want my patients to be bleeding out. Even if I scrub into a surgery, until I look down at my glove and I see there's like blood on my hands, which means I really was involved, then I feel like I didn't really do anything, you know? I don't know. Sorry if that offends anyone, it's not meant to. Yeah, there was a lot of blood. When the bone saw was happening, there was like bone, little dust and stuff like flying everywhere. Oh my gosh, and you're in like this big suit. I don't know what it's called. I will find a picture on Google, but you're in this big suit, and I was like, why are you putting these suits? And they kind of just told me part of it is because the surgeries are so messy that it just is better to be completely covered. It was really cool, but I just don't see myself doing joints for the rest of my life, but still super cool. Some other surgeries that I've seen just in the past 2 weeks, I have seen like a lot of colon stuff, removal of parts of the colon. I've seen ostomy bags created, which is when you take some of the colon and you connect it to like the front of your abdomen, and then the drainage from the colon, which is in fact feces, comes out through your abdomen into like a little bag. And a lot of the times that's temporary because nobody wants like a poop bag essentially. I've seen gallbladder removal, appendix removal. I scrubbed into a vascular surgery case last week, and I saw a carotid endarterectomy. I think I'm saying that right, hopefully. If there's a surgeon watching this, don't come for me. But that's basically when the surgeon opens up the carotid artery, which is like here, and then removes a plaque of cholesterol that caused the patient or can cause the patient to have a stroke or something along those lines. So that was really cool, and that's probably like the goriest surgery that I've ever seen, because the carotid artery is such a huge, major artery. Like, have you ever seen a movie where someone's like, you know, neck gets sliced and there's like, that's the carotid artery that's been cut. When I get home, I think I might just go straight to studying after a shower. Studying went pretty well my first week, just considering I thought my hours were gonna be way worse, and they're pretty good here, but when I start at Temple, Maine on Monday, I truly believe they're gonna be quite literally unbearable, which it's only unbearable because I also have to study. If I didn't also have to study, I wouldn't really care. But just so I also have to study, that makes it very hard. I'm gonna stop talking now. I think this will be a chatty vlog only because I feel like I have a lot to say, and I feel like I have a lot to explain, just because surgery is such a complex specialty, and of course it's gonna be a lot of me telling you stories of what happened, since I can't bring you into the OR. Paco, it's me. Yeah, where you at? Oh my gosh, hi. I missed you. I am sitting down to do some practice questions. I forgot that I had a meeting at 6 o'clock. Forgot about that. So that throws a little bit of a monkey wrench in my plans, but it's okay. It is currently 5:14, so I'm gonna do some questions right now, and hopefully I can get through 20. I'll just do them on time mode, not tutor, because I'm just like the slowest person ever to do anything ever. So it just would take me like 8 years to do 20 questions on tutor mode right now, and I'm not gonna be able to do it before this meeting. And then I have ordered a little cheeky DoorDash order. So I've scheduled it to arrive once my meeting is done at like 7:10. But I wanted to show you, this is cute, Melanoverse. If you know what that is, like such a cute Google search. Okay, yeah, obviously we're learning, people, we're learning. I've used 10%. I'm gonna create a test, and I've said many a times now that I'm working with a colorectal surgeon, and he of course pimps on colorectal stuff. I'm gonna go in the GI section here. I forgot if I said this already, but we went to the ER to see a patient who is scheduled for surgery on Thursday, but she has a pretty significant sized right colon mass. So I guess we're resecting it. Not sure 100% what the surgical plan is. The surgeon was like, yeah, you know what? Why don't you two, me and the other student, why don't you two think of all of the options that we have for this woman and come in tomorrow and talk about all of them. So I have to figure out all the different ways you can fix a right-sided colon mass. How that correlates into my questions is I am just going to select intestinal and colorectal disorders, and I'm also going to select tumors. And then it's going to pick 20 questions from these two categories specifically, just so I can do a focused question set, and then I'll try to look some things up for treatment plans that I can then tell the surgeon tomorrow. So let's go ahead and create our test.
It's hard when you keep close. Rewind with my eyes closed. I need a breather. Got lost in the B-roll. We let all the wind blow to learn how the world goes. And we didn't know how to.
I just finished my question set. Was literally falling asleep. I'm so tired. I shouldn't be sitting on the couch. And I was about to click submit, and I'm like, yeah, I got maybe 2 out of 20 of these questions right, because I don't know any of this. And look, 70%, and average is a 63. So better than average. I don't know how I pulled this off. Honestly, I truly thought I was getting everything wrong, but I guess they're not just guesses, they're educated guesses. Good morning. Welcome to the second day of this vlog. Oh, I actually skipped 2 days. I was gonna originally vlog Monday and Tuesday, but Tuesday I wasn't feeling well. I still went in, but it was a very off day, and then yesterday just wasn't the day. It's Thursday, happy Thursday, and today we only have one surgery, and it's a long one. It's gonna be 6 hours, and it is a patient who has diverticulitis, which let me try to quickly explain this while I'm at this red light. In your large intestine, which is also called your colon, you have these normal outpouchings called diverticula. Sometimes in certain people, the outpouchings can enlarge and then weaken, like the wall kind of weakens because it stretches. And then that is called diverticulosis. Things can get stuck in these pockets that are formed in people who have diverticulosis, like undigested food, or depending on where in your colon this is happening, it could be hardened stool, and your colon already has a lot of bacteria in it. That's normal, but when things get stuck and bacteria gets trapped, it can cause inflammation, of course. And then when the diverticula in people with diverticulosis become inflamed, it is called diverticulitis. So this patient has diverticulitis, and they have a very large outpouching, and it was kind of a question of if it was a large outpouched diverticulum or if it was an abscess. But interventional radiology was consulted and they don't think it's an abscess, so we are gonna perform surgery. So this patient has these issues on the sigmoid part of their colon, which is the part of the large intestine right before the rectum. We are going to remove their sigmoid today, and we're going to attempt to reattach the part of the colon before the sigmoid, which is their descending colon, and attach their rectum after we remove the sigmoid, which is what usually connects them in someone who doesn't have the surgery. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm assuming you guys enjoy when I try to explain medical things with the caveat, like if anything is not perfect, I'm still a medical student, I'm still learning. That is the surgery that we're doing. It is gonna be robotic. I will insert a picture of the robot here. Basically, the surgeon and the PA at this hospital make tiny incisions that are literally this big. Then they put these little like ports that are kind of like tubes in a way in the incisions, and the abdomen has had CO2, I think it's CO2, pumped in it, so it's blown up like a balloon, and that just allows space for the surgeon to work and see things. After the chokers are in, you dock the robot, and then all the robot's arms are put inside the patient through the chokers, those little tunnels, and then the surgeon actually scrubs out, and then he walks away from the patient and is at the side of the room on what looks like a video game. Ours is called Da Vinci. I don't know if there's other robots out there, but he is at the robot controlling it, and we can see the screen that he sees, which is like a camera inside the patient, and then the robot is over top of the patient moving and doing the surgery. But of course the surgeon is still doing it, but he's doing it with the robot. So that is like what a robotic surgery is. I've seen plenty of robotic surgeries since I've been here, especially since I'm working with a colorectal surgeon and a general surgeon. They do a lot of robotic stuff.
Everything goes white. I can feel the breeze. Euphoric delight. Only you and me.
I was so busy talking to you in the car that I didn't eat my overnight oat breakfast. I'll drink it.
Keeps me coming, got me weak. You could kill me, I'd still be. Darling, your number is 6 feet deep. Oh, it's real hard to break this habit. It's like I want you 24/7. When I'm without you, boy, I feel safe. Think you were better.
You just stole my paper. No. Okay, that's fine. There's another one.
Nothing feels as good as you do. If you ever leave, I'll be
There is some consent issues because our patient is nonverbal, so I don't think we're going to be starting anytime soon. It's 8:17 and the patient isn't holding, they're not even in pre-op. Also, apparently my patient does not have regular diverticulitis. She has giant colonic diverticulum, which is very rare, like only a couple hundreds of people have had this complication of diverticulitis, so that's cool. If I was at Temple, maybe I would write like a case report on it, but I'm not gonna write it since I'm not at my home hospital, but it would be a cool case reportable case. My patient is ready, I think. I don't know, they're in the room. This is disposable eye protection. Let's go. I forgot that in a case like this, urology has to come first and put in stents that light up so we know where the ureters are so we don't hit them when we are doing our part of the surgery. So urology's in here and my team has disappeared. So I'm just gonna sit in here, I guess, and just watch them put in these urethral stents. It's been 12 hours since I last spoke to you. So what has happened since I saw you? I just showered and I got myself some dinner from the restaurant downstairs. As you can see, I'm in the hotel because I have to check out tomorrow in the morning, of course. So I need to be here, check out before I go to work. So that's why I'm here. Again, guys, like this whole vlog is just like the Lauren's hair is insane vlog. But for my girlies who like to get their hair done in like styles where they have box braids or twists or whatever, like things that are really long, just keep in mind you have to put that under your scrub cap. So I kind of just accepted that my hair is gonna be like kind of crazy this entire rotation, really. I mean, it's just insane. Anyways, today was a day. Today was a day, and I knew the surgery, I told you it was gonna be pretty long, but it was just so long. We started at 8:50 and it ended at like 4. So it was like a 7-hour surgery. And I have been in long surgeries, but I have never been scrubbed into a long surgery for the entire duration. So we kind of had a situation today. By like hour 5, I really was feeling some things. And I was starting to feel lightheaded and I just was feeling kind of weak. Let me just explain this first. Certain things that I do in a surgery as a sophisticated, experienced medical student are I usually like I'll hold random things that just like need to be quickly held, but I feel like the biggest 2 jobs during the surgery are suctioning and retracting. And I didn't really suction anything today, but I did a lot of retracting. This person had a hole in their abdomen like about this size that we created for the surgery. And there was a lot of times where I had to hold a giant retractor like this thick and put it in the hole and like pull so the surgeon could see like inside the hole better, see whatever they were trying to get to, something that was like next to the hole. So I kind of had to move the hole. But I am pulling back someone's entire abdominal wall basically, and it requires a lot more strength than you would think because the body is very much built in a way that it likes to be, and if you try to change anything about it, it can be hard. So the abdomen didn't want me to pull it, you know, way over here. This retractor was like a very thin metal one. It like if it had like a round handle, that would have really made my life so much easier, but it didn't. So I was trying to hold it, and then like there are times where I'm holding it, literally pulling like with all of my body weight, like I'm leaning, so my legs are bending in a certain way, my arms are like fully flexed and everything. And sometimes I have to hold that position for like 15, 20 minutes. Like sometimes you really have to hold that for a long time. And actually up until today, I have felt so good, like standing for long periods of time. I said this is the longest I've stood, but I've been like doing so well. I think I spoke about in my neurology vlog that I just was having a harder time adjusting to like standing and walking so much with like the shoes I was wearing and everything. So I got compression socks for this rotation. I have really great shoes. I have the workwear clogs, I think they're only like $30. I got them from Amazon and they're so good. My feet are hurting like a little bit, but they didn't hurt in the shoe. I think they're just hurting now because my body's like, okay, we're sore. But no, they've been so comfortable. They're so great. I really recommend them. So I basically bought all the equipment that I could, but this morning, I think I said that I was talking to you in the car and I was not drinking my overnight oats. So I really hadn't eaten it much going into the surgery, and it was so complicated. Like everything was going wrong. It just was so long. So I was fine until I had to keep doing the retractor thing, and like my body was just like, we're getting weak. And then I was holding on. I had never had such a mind over matter mentality before. Like I was gonna push through this. But I've also been told if you're gonna pass out in an OR, it's better to say something and sit down than not say anything and try to be a hero and pass out, and then you contaminate the field like as you're falling, and then you fall on the ground, you hit your head, and then you're in the ER. So anyways, I literally made it all the way through. We were closing, which let me start suturing the patient up. And at that point, I was holding the laparoscopic camera. So I'm holding the camera that's like a long tube that's showing us what the inside of her abdomen looks like. And you have to keep it steady because any little movement will like kind of jolt the camera around. And my hands were shaking, as I said, and I was just like so weak. My legs were so weak, and then my vision started to get a little hazy. I was like, yeah, I should probably sit. So I was like, I need a minute. They just took the camera from me, and then after that, the nurses sprung into action. They had me sitting in this OR chair, and then they ripped off my gown. So I had, I was scrubbed in, so I had my gown, I had my gloves, I had all of that. I had my eye protection on, my hair cover on, I had all my things on. They like ripped everything off, and then they like pulled the little like wheelie chair out of the OR. They pushed me into the physician's lounge. Like all of a sudden they had ginger ale, they had little mini pretzels, they had graham crackers and like Lorna Doone cookie things. And they were like, eat, drink. I literally was like, I don't drink soda, so it was really hard for me to drink soda that fast because I don't like carbonated stuff. But yeah, I was literally like drinking all this soda, and I felt a lot better quicker than I would have if I did do those things, I'm sure. Like, I'm so glad they helped me out and gave me that stuff. As soon as they pulled the gown off, the one nurse was like, you were so sweaty under your gown. Like, you, I guess, have just been like sweating this whole time. I didn't even know I was sweating. And she was like, and you were so pale. She was like, honestly, you looked like Ish. That's what she said. We were closing. I was so close, but yeah, I couldn't make it. So that's fine. It happens. She said when she first started, like, it happened to her, the nurse. It happened to her, and like it's just something that you kind of get used to as you do it more. So yeah, oh my god, this clip is so long. This has been such a chatty vlog. But I just was gonna say, before I eat my dinner and like end this day, I have had quite a few not great things happen to me on this rotation, which I'm not gonna talk about, I think, in this vlog. I think I'll talk about them more 2 vlogs from now. I already said I don't know if I wanna do surgery, but I don't know that I don't wanna do surgery. I'm liking it, but I'm not sure. Honestly, because of the path to becoming a surgeon, and I want a good lifestyle. My family will be the most important thing for me as of right now. But I feel like this experience has actually made me be like, do I wanna do this? Can I do this? Even though I still get used to it, but I'm just like, like, can I mean, even the surgeon took 2 bathroom breaks. I didn't get a break, but I was just like, can I do this? Like, I don't know. But then there's also a part of me in this moment. Everything I'm saying is in this specific moment. If you hear something different 2 vlogs from now, if 2 vlogs from now I tell you I'm gonna be a family medicine doctor, like, that's then, this is now, like, whatever. But on this moment, on July 27th at 8:13 p.m., I have 3 more weeks left of surgery, and I have OB, which will have surgery in it. We're gonna ignore that for now. At this moment, can I imagine myself never being in an OR again? I don't think I can. Like, I don't think I can I just don't think 3 weeks from now, I will not see another OR. I don't see that happening. I think I will be back in the OR again. I just feel like once you get a taste of it, it's just like, what is anything else? Like, what is anything else? I don't know. I feel like I just admitted a crush to you. I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna shut this camera off. It's just like too much talking. I swear to God, this is gonna be a 50-minute vlog of just me talking. I don't know, I guess because I'm actually interested in this, I just have like more to say about it versus psych and neuro. So I don't know, I'm gonna go eat my dinner now. Thanks for joining me for this chatty portion. Good night. Hello, it is a couple days later. I'm gonna close this vlog out. I have my first overnight 24-hour shift tomorrow with thoracic surgery, and I will be bringing you along for that. So if you like the video, please like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.